Hey guys, and welcome to the very first episode of Graphic Novel Fan Art Reviews. In this episode, we are going to be taking a look at the graphic novel Anya'S Ghost. Anya'S Ghost was written by Vera Brosgol, and it was published on June 7th in 2011. And it follows the story of a girl named Anya who doesn't really fit in at her school. She was born in Russia and then moved to America with her family, and so she always feels like she's different from everybody else. So one day Anya's had enough of her school, and so she decides she's going to skip, and she walks through a forest. Well, as she walks through the forest, she ends up falling into a well and finds the skeleton of a girl who died there 90 years ago, and the ghost of that skeleton follows her home. So the way that these comic reviews are going to go is that I will do my best to not spoil the story, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion about the book, and at the end I'm going to tell you out of 5 what I rated the graphic novel and if I would recommend it to other people, and then possibly what age groups I would recommend read this novel. If there are graphic novels that are in multiple volumes, I will decide based on how many volumes there are, and if I enjoy the series, if I'll end up doing more fan art for that series in a separate video. But I'll be starting them once a month until I can possibly make more. At the moment, I'm starting to get comfortable with learning how to edit and do things digitally, as I'm normally a traditional artist, so learning to do things digitally has been a little bit of a struggle, but I'm getting there. I'm going to be making lots of mistakes at the beginning of this, but I hope you guys are going to stick around. So a little bit about how I came across this book. When I was in high school, I was a huge fan of manga and anime, and you might be able to see it in my style, but as a kid, I had a dream of being an American manga artist, and while I love manga still and I have kind of grown out of it a little bit, I still read it, but obviously I don't get like hyped like I used to. But I remember going to my local bookstore, Barnes & Noble, and picking up this book and immediately falling in love with the art. The style was so simple yet really bold, and the colors used matched the story so well, and it was this book that started my obsession with graphic novels, and I will be forever grateful for that. Since then, I have bought tons of books and am excited to share my ideas on as many of them as I can. I would say that Anya'S Ghost is great for teens and adults. If you're really into ghost stories and stuff, you would really like this book. If you like seeing stories of teenagers, I would say that you'd like this book. It might be a little creepy for kids. There are some high school scenes where there's like parties and stuff like that, and then there's also smoking, so I probably wouldn't recommend it for kids. But the plot is really, really interesting. It really kept me hooked. The characters' designs were all really interesting and dynamic. Everybody looked very different. That's something that I struggle with myself, so I love seeing like a large cast of characters. And the plot at the end, or the twist at the end, was really, really good. I would recommend this for anyone who's interested in dipping their toes into graphic novels for the first time, especially because it's a really quick read. This is the only volume of it. There's no story afterwards. But I really loved this book, and I still find myself picking it up from time to time and just looking at the art and sometimes rereading the story. My only criticism would be that the last few pages of the art book, or the end of the book, are kind of like leave you wanting more. I think after such an exciting climax at the end, the aftermath just it just fell short for me, and I wanted to see more of Anya. I wanted to see her reflect on what just happened to her, and there was a little bit of it, but I wanted more. So I would give Anya'S Ghost a 4.5 out of 5 doodles. As far as the drawing's concerned, I had a lot of fun drawing Anya and Emily. I'm a sucker for uniforms, so I really enjoy drawing that, and the designs are really, really cute. And Emily, it was a little bit of a challenge to paint her because she's a ghost, and doing it with ink. I wanted to have her stand out kind of like she does in the book, but obviously not doing that digitally, it was a little bit more difficult. There were a couple times in this video, and I'm sure you saw, where I was drawing or painting off the edge, and gosh, I'm telling you, I would notice it maybe a couple minutes into recording it and then kick myself and then move it up and keep going. But yeah, I had a really good time painting it, and I try to keep my workspace clean when I work, but as you can see kind of at the end of the video, I have a big old box of Fiber One cereal, you know, to snack on while you work. That's it for this episode of Graphic Novel Fan Art. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all your support. Make sure that you check the links in the description if you'd like to follow me on my social media like Instagram, Tumblr, or Twitter. I also have my graphic novels posted on Tapas, I think that's how you say it, and smackjeeves, so I'll have all that good stuff linked in the description below. And thanks for stopping by. I hope that we can draw together again soon.